I actually left it out. I completely forgot. I do that so often.
Oh god.
It was very sad.
Hmm.
Oh, they got the WoW music.
They did for a moment there, and now, oh wait, we're actually getting a peek. Do they know they're on camera?
I don't think
So,
so.
I was worried when
Like,
Stola was
almost
gonna
definitely when he
stand up.
started getting up, you're like, oh, no, 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 no. He's
Yeah,
not wearing pants, puppy. No
yeah, but
one wears pants.
that's why we just cut away. We cut away as soon as you started standing up. Like the producer knows, he knows.
We need to
Oh,
give them their privacy.
oh my god! And here we
Dolan's
go.
got the glasses. He can see.
He can actually see this time. He doesn't just have the glasses. He's got the Patty Mac hoodie going on as well. I don't think we've seen that before.
I thought that was one of the storylines that he stole Patty Mac's hoodie for the power.
Oh no,
This
that
has
was someone.
happened before.
That was someone else. That was
Was it?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was
That was him. I remember the orange hoodie.
no, it was I think it was like Max said or something. It was like one of the other, like from another
No.
team.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Nah. Here we go though. We finally have our game, and in the top left-hand corner of the map, we have Vindicta for the CranKy Ducklings. And in the top right-hand corner, we have the head Dolan for the CranKy
Oh.
Ducklings.
Here we go. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Emerald City, we have the South Korean player, Terran player Maru, alongside Solar. And together, they are Onsyde Gaming.
Together, they form a dinosaur.
Dinosaur. As we do see some pretty interesting openers already.
The Raxes are touching.
Oh, they're like turning into
They're
one.
touching tips.
Yeah.
As here we go, Vindicta going to be going across the map to scout. Some things never change. He's got to wear his helmets. He has to go for that extra scouting. And we do see as well, looks like Dolan going to be going for a single gas, so looking to expand a little bit faster. And Vindicta going to be the one playing things a bit more safe, maybe going to the fast tanks.
Yeah, this is typically how things kind of work out here, where one of the players is going to be a little bit more economic, the other is going to try and buy some time and wreak havoc across the map and try and keep their opponents busy. But the first things first, and that is the fact that Maru is not proxying. It's really cool to see that that so far everyone is opening up pretty macro-oriented.
Do people proxy in 2v2? I feel like it'd be really bad.
Oh yeah, they do.
They do?
Yeah, and they're bad.
Does it work?
No.
Yeah, okay. It sounds really bad. I can't really imagine that working.
It does work on 2v2 maps where the two players don't share bases.
Yeah, okay.
Where they're a little bit more isolated. Then you can like target someone down. But on maps like this, it can be difficult just because, as you're kind of alluding to, like both players can help each other defend.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. We are going to be getting these first couple Reapers coming in, and fighting with your Reapers against either of these two players, definitely a bit of a stressful task.
Oh yeah, very stressful indeed. We do see for
no.
the timing. Oh no!
Oh, they almost lose both Reapers here, and you can already see Dolan shifting around in his chair a little bit, having a little bit of a laugh. Mario actually not getting through that side blocker there, so small mistake coming out from him. I think the two players just having a little bit of fun right now.
Yeah, we saw. Oh my god, the grenade does hit. Both Solar and Mara were quite happy with the result of that little skirmish. We see Mara going across the map here, just making sure there's no mining going on the low ground, and just like that, Dolan and Vindicta, they're on a little bit of the back foot here, but here we go. They do move on forward with two Hellions.
Yeah, it looks like both players going to be massing up Hellions a little, and some nice micro coming out from Vindicta there. We can see both players just kind of dancing back and forth, and Vindicta getting to play around with units, which is what he likes to do, of course.
Give this man some units, Papi. Let's go. As we just see both Dolan and Vindicta moving out with their Hellions. We see behind this, we see some mirrored builds, and Vindicta is opening up with a Banshee with Cloak, but the same can be said here for Maru.
Yeah, Mario opening Cyclone Banshee. This is kind of what I was expecting out from him. I know it's something that he has in his wheelhouse, and it's probably a lot stronger in 2v2 as well, so I wouldn't be surprised to see him playing some more active mech styles.
Oh, exactly. So, pretty similar here between both Maru and Vindicta. Of course, behind this, we do see Stim on the way. So, we were kind of theorizing earlier about the potential for mech, at least from the side of Vindicta. It's not what we're seeing. As actually, did he just cancel Stim? Or did it finish?
I
I
think he
swear I
did a
saw it,
cancel.
right?
I don't think Stim could come this
Okay.
fast.
Okay.
As we do see, it's going to be a Raven behind that as well for Vindicta. So
Mhm.
both players sort of mixing things up a little bit. Nothing crazy out of the ordinary just yet, but Cyclones as well coming out from Vindicta. So it looks like both players playing on a pretty similar meta. Looks like they're. I'm just guessing that because they're both doing the same thing, that they both
Mhm.
know what to do.
Yeah, they know what to do, mate. As we do see the first Banshee of Mara hitting the bases here of Dolan recently. Decently fast reaction there, but 2-3 workers are going to be going down.
Yeah, and there we go. We do have that Raven out in time. We got the Cyclone as well. So this Banshee should be getting cleaned up, but not before it gets a couple more of the workers of the Dolan. Meanwhile, across the map,
Oh.
the same thing happening. We have a lot of harass going down. So yeah, it looks like all the Terran players are playing quite dynamic games here.
Oh, exactly. And they're bullying Solar. Unfortunately, there was an unborrow on that sport, but there we go.
Uh-huh.
With the lock on, the Banshee is going to be going down.
Yeah, not often you get to scan to help your queen defense, but it looks pretty strong.
Oh, it's broken, Bobby. Give Zerg scan.
Yeah.
As we have the second Banshee coming in, and unfortunately, oh, the Raven is not here to help support. There we go. Does come in from the south. We do have a lock on, but the Banshee up goes down.
Just gets taken out, so not needing to use a Taramar, having a good laugh about that as well.
And at the same time, Liberator comes in as well. With oh my god, we're trying so hard here to slow down the Zerg. You love to see it. 2 more drones are going to be going down alongside maybe even the Queen. Oh,
Oh, very close. Very nice reaction coming out from Solar, but looks like the CranKy Ducklings boys trying to put on a lot of pressure all at once. These links are going to trap those Hellions, are going to take them out, and Mario's starting to amass a decent-looking army, so definitely going to have to be careful not to throw away too much right now, or this tank push could be quite difficult to deal with.
definitely. We just saw the units lost tab there. Solar has lost 18 drones this entire game. Not too bad damage that he sustained, but look at that worker count. He has just been droning endlessly, now up to 70 workers.
Yeah, and we see Mario ahead on the work account from both of the other Terrans, so it does look like Onsyde in a pretty good spot so far.
Yeah, and that's kind of the upside here of the 2v2 is that even though Solo was sustaining a lot of damage, he didn't have a lot of units and he didn't need a lot of units because that's where Maru came into play. Maru would be able to defend against any kind of aggression, so Solo was able to drone until now he's finally at a pretty comfortable worker count and now he can focus on his Lingbane.
Yeah, and there we go. We just see a little bit of a scan going down, trying to work out exactly what it is Mario is going for. Looks like both players going to be going for, both Dolan and Mario are going to be going for Bio, and it's going to be Vindicta, the only one to go for Mech so far.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. Blue Flame is on the way for El Miguelito. We do have 2 Ravens going across the map to harass, but that's a little bit worrisome because we may need those Ravens to defend. Here we go. The push is on the way here, and Dolan, he's getting caught out on the ramp.
Oh, yeah, and these Ravens doing some serious work getting disables off, so the Lynx can jump in, be a little bit of a meat shield there, and Mario isn't quite going to be able to get too much further without more energy on these Ravens, so it looks like they're going to try to find a different angle to approach from.
Yeah, exactly. Pushing up this ramp is going to be a little bit too difficult. Meanwhile, we do see both players trying to keep up and rotate with the armies of Onsyde Gaming. In the end, Marvin Solar are going to be backing off, but I'm sure they're quite happy with killing those 3 tanks.
Yeah, definitely some pretty decent damage coming out from them as we do see Vindicta just trying to reposition some of his army there to get that base up. Both players going up to 3 bases, but we see Marum and Solar getting their 4th, so they're pretty significantly ahead at this stage.
Oh god, they really are. They have all the map control, they have all the map vision, especially with all of that creep as well. 2-2 on the way for Solar, as he's actually taking up all the way into a hive. Ling, Bane, Viper. The Vipers are going to be a great supportive unit here to shut down these siege positions.
Yeah, and Maru is really powering. His supply is skyrocketing during that attack. And we do see as well Vindicta trying to get some harass done with Blue Flame. This should be a really nice tool for that.
Yeah, but at the same time, here we go. We're going for a massive engagement. The Ravens almost disable everything. 2 tanks are going to be disabled. The Ling Bane is rolling on forward.
Yeah, there is just way too much here. The Marauder tank Baneling, such a formidable force, and a lot of those tanks getting taken out as well. Dolan is going to be repositioning to the north here, but there are way too many tanks. These tanks are going to evaporate here.
Yeah, unfortunately, those Marines were needed earlier here on the front lines to help buffer for the tanks of Vindicta. They were just a little bit too late, and Mara can push on forward. He did lose a lot of workers, though, across the map to those Hellions, but what he lacks in workers, he makes up for in his army.
Yeah, and we can see as well, Dolan's supply has really been hurt from that last attack there, and this is going to be a difficult army for them to clean up. Solar has burnt through most of his Banelings here, but he has a decent enough economy to start replacing that. Actually flooding quite a lot of gas here, so should have plenty of resources to flood some Banelings through once he's ready to do that.
Oh yeah, he'll do you one better. We have an Ultra on the way as well, because why the hell not just doubling down on the ground army here on the melee army for Zerg. Just see Adrenal on the way as well. Meanwhile, Maru taking it slow, rotating around, just containing both Dolan and Vindicta to 2 bases.
Yeah, but there we go. Vindicta using his multitask to keep up with Maru there. He is going to be able to chase down these SCVs. Bit of a scan there to just make sure he's not running into danger. And Maru's economy has been battered.
It has been really slowed down, but they need their own economies right now. They need to get these third bases up and running, and unfortunately, Solar's creep spread has been insane this game. He's already encroaching upon the bases here of both Vindicta and Dolan, and the Vipers are now here.
Yeah, Solar just getting to play a bit of creep spread simulator here. Maybe even the two players helping each other out with that, but looks like some nice splits coming out here from Dolan. He's going to be able to avoid the Banelings.
Oh, he does avoid the Banelings. Very nice control overall, but the Vipers come on in. They're going to be able to yoink some of these tanks on the low ground, and we do see the army just pushing on forward. Pushing up this ramp is still going to be quite difficult, but all they have to do is starve out their opponents.
Yeah, and looks like they might even be able to get a bit of an angle here on that third of Dolan. Third of Vindicta being denied here for a long time, and we can see that Vindicta is almost completely out of money. He is really struggling for income right now.
He really is. You just see some Liberators across the map to harass, which is great, but at the same time, we have the Blinding Clouds covering every single one of these tanks. We have Dolan coming in from the right-hand side, but again, a little bit too late.
Yeah, great flank, but there's just too many tanks here, and there's no attack timed at the front. GG is called, and Maru and Solo with a nice game one there, looking very strong.
Oh, GG gets called, and they're going to be able to have a lead in the series. Oh, we already have the next game the next map as well. Of course, as a reminder to everyone, this is a best of 5, so both teams got, I think, 1 veto each, and we get to play out from here. Roxcallion, quite a bit of a larger map.
Rapscallion. I think it Roscallion. What does that mean?
Roxcallion.
Is that a guy in StarCraft? I don't know any lore. Make something up, lie to me.
Yeah, that's actually Kerrigan's boyfriend.
Boyfriend? Does Reno know?
He likes it.
Oh. Oh. I was talking about the official StarCraft, not the fanfics you've been reading. Sorry, the fanfics you've been writing.
Be clear next time, Papi. Be clear.
Sorry. You can tell us about your fanfics another time.
Hold on. Have you played the campaign?
I played the Wings campaign.
Man, you're crazy. You're one of those people. There are people out there that play StarCraft for the multiplayer and have never touched the campaign. That's insane.
Pretty much.
Oh my god.
I can't even remember why I played the Wings campaign. I'm surprised that I did, to be honest.
Oh my god. Insane, puppy. So, for all you know, yeah, Roxcallion. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you wrote the story.
For StarCraft, I did. I was the lead writer. Okay. Yeah.
You're like, I want this to be a K-drama, and they're like, well, that's appropriate. Go for it.
It is. I mean, hey, look, the game was big in Korea. It makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. Roxcallion actually had cancer as well.
Oh no. So, on his deathbed,
he convinced. What do I say? Oh my god. My brain is not working.
How can
He
you not
confessed.
remember? Did
He
you not
confessed.
play it recently?
Sorry. No, he confessed to Kerrigan on his deathbed. He was on his deathbed, Papi.
He confessed that Raynor does it better. He's like, I want to be with Raynor, and Raynor wants to be with me. We don't want you anymore, Kerrigan. And she got mad and became Zerg. Is that how it goes?
I thought you didn't play the campaign. What's going on?
Hey, you know, Terran players don't have time to play the campaign. You have to study the multiplayer. It's all you can do. It's all you have time for. We don't have time for these extracurricular activities.
It's okay. We'll make time, Papi. We'll make time.
Okay.
We'll do it together, Papi. Together.
I'll be Raynor. You can be Roscallion.
Oh no. Oh my god. Speaking of Raynor and Roscallion, we are gonna be just having a bit of a sneak peek, a bit of a zoom on our players here.
Yeah, with the raid boss music there coming out for Maru and Solar, and here we go, starting in the top right hand corner of the map for Onsyde. This is going to be Maru. Come on. Why do they do the introduction slower for this? And in the top left, it's going to be Solar.
They're very inconsistent. In the top bottom right hand corner of Roscallion, we do have the American Terran Vindicta alongside his lovely teammate with the large head, with the large brain, Dolan, and together they're the CranKy Ducklings.
A large what?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Well,
you know what I mean.
Is that what happened to Roscallion?
It's big, Papi.
Oh. I understand why there was so much drama now. I would fight the galaxy for that. Across the galaxy.
You heard of Helen of Troy, mate. You ain't heard of nothing. Roscallion and the Capulu sector, mate. Let's go.
I see. As it looks like we're going to be getting some pretty standard openings coming out from both players.
The Schween that launched 1,000 ships. Oh, God.
Relax, lad. Relax. Down, boy.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. Let's go, Papi. Let's go.
So it looks like all the Terrans going to be going for double gas openings here. I honestly can't tell if this is a smaller map.
So this is a bit of a larger map here compared to Emerald City. So I do hope to see a bit of a longer game. There's a lot more bases to be taken as well. And I do think that it is going to be easier to establish a third base on this map just because the way that the map is laid out a little bit, it is a little bit more easy. There aren't two attack paths to go into the natural. There's only one. So together, both players can kind of work towards that third and eventually fourth base locations. So when it comes to a longer, more macro game, I do think that Vindicta and Dolan may have a bit of an easier time, but we'll see if we can get there.
Oh, no, we're not going to get there.
Oh, no.
No. I want to know what happens to Roscallion. This is my chance.
Not like this, Papi, not like this. For those wondering, we are casting from a clean feed. Everyone, ourselves, Wardy, Crank, Divine, everyone is kind of casting together from a clean feed. Unfortunately, it looks like there may be some technical issues.
I don't want to spoil the end, but at the end of the story, when Roscallion's on his deathbed and he's dying, and then the last words that he hears in his lover's arms are, "Oh, you Roscallywag." And then it ends. Credits. Is that what happens?
What's wrong with you? Oh boy.
Well, we're going to have to talk about it some more now.
You thought you were stuck in here with us? I'm stuck in here with you, Papi. Oh my god. But yeah, I hope everyone in the chat has been enjoying themselves. Honestly, like so far, like I know these team game events and these 2v2 tournaments can sometimes be a little bit hit and miss, but it's actually been a lot of fun. I think maybe something that like sells it even more is the fact that we get player cams. We get to see
Mhm.
everyone's like reaction and then talking to each other and stuff.
Maybe we're gonna get the Max Packs player cam.
No.
Yeah,
No.
for sure.
Oh god, we'll see. We'll see later on tonight. Stay tuned if you want that face reveal of Max Facts.
There we go.
Confirmed.
Confirmed. 100%. I've already seen it, but I
Uh,
can't share.
oh,
He looks
oh.
just like Riscallion. In fact, can't say I've ever seen Max Pax and Riscallion in the same room.
It's true. It's true.
Hmm.
I believe they are one and the same. There's a reason why we have seen whenever we cast Max Packs in WTL, they show an in-game portrait of
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 Riscallion.
a stallion. Yeah.
That's him, is he? He
If you
just wears
didn't know.
Protoss armor to hide his identity.
Yeah. That is him. That is Max Packs actually. Um,
Uh,
didn't you know that?
I don't know how that missed. I guess that Danish prince stuff really threw me off.
Yeah. I mean, that's the idea. You know, it's
To
about
trick the
misdirection.
normies.
Yeah.
all the normies that are watching on the news to find out who Max Pax is. It's just to
Mhm.
send them for a loop, so
Yeah.
only the StarCraft people will know.
Exactly. Oh my god. But yeah. I mean, I'm not too sure how much downtime we're going to be having here. So I think, especially because we're going to have to wait for the production team to fix some things up. Kura, it may be good for us to go on a bit of a break and play that lovely elevated music. And we are back. We do apologize. It looks like a lot has been going on. So we did miss a couple of seconds of gameplay here as we have come back into our series. It looks like we had mass harassment though, a little bit of Hellion drop harass from both Dolan and Vindicta. And I want to say they got some damage done.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Dolan got some damage done on Maro at least. Both players definitely delaying their economy quite a bit, probably going for Starport before CCs to try to get this done, but they have upset the rhythm in the economies a little bit of the two players. Looks like Solar's starting to pull ahead a little bit when it comes to supply, pretty far ahead on workers as well, but Vindicta and Dolan still looking pretty solid and kept a lot of their units alive there.
Yeah, it's one of the scary things that we saw in game number 1 is the fact that Solar can kind of skip out on overall army units to try and go for a bit of economy. Meanwhile, we do see Dolan coming in with 4 or 5 of his Hellions here, trying to focus on as many of these workers as possible, but he is going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, there we go. So we do see good damage being done there on Mario. Both players still having a little bit of a laugh there, but despite the damage, Vindicta and Dolan still pretty much on par economically with Mario, and Solar pulling pretty far ahead.
Yeah, exactly. He's getting away with a lot of droning right now. He's spreading as much creep as possible throughout the center of the map as well. He's getting his safety spores up and running, and the spores should be finishing in time for the Banshees as they move out across the map here. Dolan investing ever more, actually. He's got his own Banshees, and Vindicta doing a very similar build as well.
Yeah, so it looks like both players once again trying to sync up their harass.
Yeah, and here we go. The first Banshee of Dolan is here across the map. He picks up a drone here. He's bringing the attention away. He brings the Cyclones over towards the southern portion of the map, and in come the Banshees for Vindicta.
Yeah, I like this. Trying to pull the players out of position by taking advantage of them helping each other out. That's a good idea there.
Yeah, I really love the overall plan here. We do see the Hellions are harassing the third base of Maru, a very aggressive third, by the way. Meanwhile, Vindicta, he left his Banshees a little bit idle there, and he's going to lose one.
Yeah, one of those going to be going down, and we do see this base going to be denied here by Solar, but that was a fourth base.
Yeah, that was a force they could afford to cancel that. At the same time, the Hellions going to get cleaned up here. The Lings are going to get a full surround and take down every single one of these Hellions. Vindicta once again is going to be going mech.
Yeah, and there we go. That Banshee is finally going to be taken out. Very nicely dealt with by Maru. And does it look like when the dust settles, both Terrans pulling very slightly ahead of where Maru is at. But with these Banshees going down, that does put an end to the harassment.
Yeah, the harassment has finally ended. But maybe I speak too soon. We do see Dolan across the map with a medevac drop here. It looks like he's looking to try and deny the third base once again. At the same time, Vindicta rocks up with Mass Hellion to try and take down these SCVs. The links of Solo are going to force him back. Their banelings are being morphed in as well to help solidify this third base position for Maru.
Yeah, some nice aggression coming out from these players, but with these first few mutas coming out, that is going to change the complexion of the game quite a bit.
It really is, especially now that the tank line has been set up here for Maru as well. So he's getting away with a very fast third base. Vindicta and Dolan are only just now saturating or situating their third CCs as the mutas get across the map. The turrets are just not done.
Yeah, there is not that much to help deal with this. We see tanks being rallied on in. Gonna have to be careful not to lose those, but this next base is completely undefended and looks like Dolan's starting to fall apart. We do have some Cyclones coming in just to help out, but these mutas going to be able to get quite a lot of damage on their way through.
Oh god, they really are. The Liberators and the Vikings are doing what they can here, and they will be forcing the mutas away, but they got a lot of SCV damage, as you were saying, especially on Dolan.
Yeah, so finally, the Onsyde players are able to get a little bit of counter damage back onto the CranKy Ducklings, but things are looking a little bit better for Vindicta and Dolan in this game than they were in that last game. They are starting to stabilize, and Vindicta especially is starting to get up in the supply a little bit more.
Yeah, he's getting his third CC up and running. We should be seeing the third being taken as well from Dolan. It has a bit of a ways to fly, as it's actually flying towards the northern portion of the map, but it will get there eventually. Meanwhile, we have a little bit of lib harass being set up here to try and strike Maru once again.
Yeah, and Maru, he is getting air upgrades. He's going into mass BC right now.
Oh. Mass Sky Terran and Mass Muta. Something I never thought I'd see here. We already have the Vikings cleaning up all these Liberators. The Mutas are just shutting down the production here of Dolan.
Yeah, there is not too much here to do with the Mutas. They're going to start picking off add-ons. They might even be able to pick up a couple of these Raxes, and especially with Dolan going for Bio here, that's going to be very problematic.
Oh, there we go. It looks like the Marines are going to be able to save the Raxes in the end. He only lost his add-ons. Meanwhile, the Mutas actually do end up catching one of the Liberators, but at the cost of 3 Mutas. Not too bad of a trade here for Vindicta. I do hope that they were able to piece together what Maru is doing, though. They did take note of all those Vikings, and I think we have like 4 or 5 Viking production available here for Maru. Oh.
Yeah, at the same time, Vindicta is starting up some extra starports, so I have to think maybe, yeah, they do have that idea. Vindicta even going for a Ghost Academy as well. I wonder if that's going to be for nukes here.
Oh, we will see. At the same time, Mass Ling Bane is headed towards the third base of Dolan. We do see the Hellions are going to be able to hold the line for the most part here. The Ducklings are going to be able to force this back, but Solar is at that sweet spot. He's got 83 drones. He can focus on nothing but army production.
Yeah, there we go. So Solo putting on a lot of harassment on both players at the same time, charging on through with Ling Bane, just trying to trade out some units while harassing at the same time with the Mutas. And the Mutas once again going to dip in, get some nice add-ons, taking out a Rax there, taking out that same Rax from before, and deny combat shields too.
Yeah, exactly. Like Solar, now that he's really in this game, is just pulling them apart left and right. Dolan just lost his third base, or he's forced to lift up here. Now he's still stuck on 2 base economy. Maru is max expanding. He's taking 3 CCs right now on location because he can.
Yeah, the Lingbane Muta of Solar affords so much map control to these two players, and Mario behind that can be as greedy as he wants, going into this mass BC, getting those air upgrades right away. He's just going to be pulling BCs behind this, and that's really going to be the kill move here.
It really is. He hasn't revealed his hand yet, but he will soon. We do have Ghosts on the way as well. We actually haven't stopped. Yeah, we do have those BCs as well in production. The Lingbane is rolling on forward here. We do have a reaction from Dolly. He does pull the Marines back, but oh, a lot of Marines are going to be going down.
Yeah, Dolan not quite sieged in time to deal with that, and the Baneling's going to be getting a lot of damage here. Suddenly this force of Maru going to be pretty hard to deal with.
Oh, yeah, Maru, he pushes on forward, takes down the CC, and will back on up. Meanwhile, the BCs have finally revealed themselves. Oh, the Mutas do fly over a minefield.
Yeah, a lot of damage going down on those mutas, but with those BCs arriving, gonna have to be very careful. We do see a good Viking Raven Force coming out here from Vindicta, and maybe with a Dolan so hurt, so battered and bruised, they might be looking to go for a bit of an all-in push soon.
Yeah, Dolan is down to 19 SCVs. His economy is in shambles. Vindicta was able to get his third up and running, and now he's working on his fourth, but Dolan just has really been struggling here to keep up. He's been really struggling against the harassment here of Solar.
Yeah, absolutely. These mutas just running havoc, taking out these add-ons, denying that mining over and over again, even getting into the sort of numbers now, the sort of upgrades where they can just take on the turrets.
Oh, exactly. These lone turrets are not going to be enough. The Marines as well are going to be overwhelmed by the mass muta. Once again, Dolan is forced to come back. So is Vindicta. They all have to come back home. We do have a decent anti-armor missile. This is going to finally force the mutas back. And Vindicta has maxed.
Yeah, 3 mutas going to be going down, and we have these Thors here as well, so if you can bait these mutas towards the Thors with the anti-armor missile on them, they will get absolutely shredded.
Well, they really will, but at the same time, the Ling Bane is going for a massive counterattack. Dolan is going to be sieging up, but oh, a little bit too late.
Yeah, a little bit late, and looks like the Hellbat's going to be doing a good job of tanking the Banelings, get on top of everything, and Dolan is just being overwhelmed here.
Oh, God, he really is. The tank count gets reset for Dolan. At the same time, Vindicta is going for an all-in kill move. You're talking about it. It is the only way for him to make this work. The BCs are going across the map, but they can always teleport back home.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate here as well. Vindicta the one with the army that can deal with the BCs.
Yeah, the BCs just aren't here. We do have Maru coming in from behind here with his Ravens, with his tanks. He's forcing Vindicta into a bit of a corner. Nice EMP on the Ravens.
Yeah, good EMP, but is it going to be enough? We see some turrets going down. We see some disables as well. The Vikings doing some very good work in the sky, but there we go. The mass teleport coming out from from Maru, and Vindicta has a little bit of a laugh about that one. I think he knows it's over. GG is called.
GG gets called. Vindicta that game was able to get to that maxed out army there, but it was basically a 1v2 towards the end. Dolan was so crippled by those mutas time and time again. He was stuck on less than 2 base economy for the majority of that game, and he was really struggling to keep up.
Yeah, I mean, Maru and Solo looked very strong in that game. You could see them get into kind of their strengths as individual players as well. I mean, it kind of makes sense as well. Maru, when given space in normal games, is able to be very greedy, is able to use small sets of units very effectively, and not really have to rely on making as much army as most other players do. And you could really see that come to effect in that game.
Yeah, you really could. For both players, really. They both kind of found their ways to be as greedy as possible. In the beginning, it was Solar, and then when Solar bought him some time, then it was Maru, just mass expanding, making as many workers as possible. And then they had so much freedom to do whatever they wanted. Dolan and Vindicta clearly have been trying to stop that from happening, especially in this game. They both came in with a plan to be hyper aggressive, but alas, it just didn't do as much as they needed it to.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming into this game 3, I think Vindicta and Dolan might want to look for something a bit more cheeky, a bit more aggressive, just go all out in the early game.
Yeah, and I have to wonder how this will play out because I don't think this is a ladder map. Catalesque. I could be mistaken, but judging from the image I'm getting it here before us, I don't think I've seen this before.
Isn't this Roscallion's cousin? Catalesque? His long lost cousin.
Oh, it's Oliveira's cousin, bruh. It's
He's called the cousins. He's like, the cousins got the wrong message. They thought that Roscallion died because of something Raynor did. They didn't realize Raynor was involved, and they're like, we're gonna get this guy for you. Don't worry. Don't worry, we'll sort him out.
We'll sort it out, bro. Speaking of sorting out, Rufus. Hello, Rufus. Hello.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. He heard that Zerg was playing.
He's here for the Zerg, puppy. Oh, he's gone for the Zerg. He's mad now.
He's upset. He's like, "What? I'm coming in for game 3?" Shaking my head. Oh my god.
Ow.
He's attacking you. Rufus, please.
He really didn't like that. Oh my god. Ow.
Oh my god.
Attacking my legs. I'm sorry, puppy. I have to defend myself.
The abusive relationship is revealed, mate. Oh my, the
Yeah.
drama.
He just wants some Macca's.
He's like, mate, get me the goddamn caramel McFlurry.
Get me that Oreo, or so help me.
Get me some Oreos. Oh boy. Well, speaking of, we are getting ready for our game number 3. This is a best of 5, so the comeback it can definitely be real, and we'll see if it is. As we get our close-ups here on Team Onsyde Gaming with a nice array of trophies behind our 2 players.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. The comeback, it's already begun.
Hmm.
I can see the cogs whirring in Dolan's head. He was just, he said, why don't we throw these first 2 games just to get their guard down?
The Team GP maneuver.
As here we go, spawning in the top right-hand corner of the map for Onsyde Gaming. This is Maru. And the Zerg in the top left. This is Solar.
And together.
They're Onsyde.
The bottom left-hand corner we have, bottom right-hand corner we have the Terran player. Oh my god, they're both throwing caution to the wind. They're out in the middle of the map. We have Dolan and Vindicta representing the CranKy Ducklings and going for some proxy Raxes.
Yeah, this is pretty much what I had in mind. I think after how those last couple games went, they just need to send it. And looks like both players going to be going for Mass Reaper here. And with Zerg Terran, this is going to be pretty hard to deal with.
Oh, exactly. Especially depending on when or if this even gets scattered. We do have a couple of overlords moving out across the map here. One of them is parked outside the natural bases for one of the players, but not for both.
Yeah, and there we go. We are going to be getting those Reapers started up. Looks like Dolan is going to be going for, I believe, just 2 racks here, and Vindicta going to be fully committing with the 3 racks. Oh, okay. It looks like they just do their 3 racks as different. And Amara is going to be scouting out the 3 racks of Vindicta.
Oh, that's the thing, right? He scouts one of them, he doesn't see both, and that's the scary thing, especially in 2v2. You can be in a situation where one player cheeses and the other plays macro, so they still have to piece together what's going on. We do see immediately a bunker on the way for Maru.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense throwing down that bunker. We are seeing him continue to make Reapers, and Solar immediately throwing down a Roach Horn. Very wise decision, though.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because we do see that Dolan is actually committing into 4 Raxes here. So 4 racks and 3 racks coming out from the Ducklings. That is 7 in total. Oh, look at that quick math. Already, the bunker has not finished, by the way.
Yeah, bunker being denied. Dolan going to be charging straight on in there, getting right on top of that Reaper. And, actually, that's Dolan's Reaper that went down. And the Reaper of Maru didn't go down.
Oh, yeah. Maru was able to keep his Reapers alive. I don't know if that's the best start here for our Duckling boys. And Dolan, he did shake his head a little bit after that happened. Actually smiled to himself. Oh, boy. And so far, the defense is looking quite solid here for Onsyde.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to maybe change tacks a little bit and go for the Queens, go for the Zerg, sorry. Especially seeing that these Queens are a little bit out of position. Might be a good idea to start to shift this attack, if they can even get in. I'm not sure if there's a second jump spot here.
That's the question. I don't know if there's a cliff face. Otherwise I would agree that maybe just rotating over towards the Zerg side may be a little bit better here if there is a way in.
Yeah, I feel like this is not really working out.
Yeah, with the Queens and with these bunkers, they're just having a really hard time snowballing. They've already lost a lot of these Reapers as well, trying to go up this ramp. Maybe a little bit of a better angle. The bunker isn't really coming into play.
Yeah, there we go. We are going to be taking out a lot of these Lings. We do see a lot of Reapers going down as well. Nice little spread of these units, but with the Roaches and Ravagers here, it's going to be very difficult to get anything done. There are just too many Reapers going down right now.
Too many Reapers going down. Oh my god, there's not enough. GG gets called, and Onsyde Gaming take the series 3-0.
GG, we see Solar popping off a bit. I think Maru's a bit disappointed. I think he wanted to play a bit more.
Oh my god. GG gets cold. We got a little bit of diversity throughout this series, but alas, we saw that the Ducklings, they were like, nah, man, we just gotta send it. We gotta go all the way in game number 3. But alas, a little bit unlucky of a map choice, I feel, because I was looking at the minimap. It did look like there were like destructible rocks on the left hand side. It did look as if there wasn't another Reaper cliff. So a bit of a rough map to do that on, where they don't have as many kind of attack options.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to see a double Dolan build. I think that would have been pretty sick. Maybe like a
Yeah.
double combat shields tank rush, something like that. Just something completely wild and out of left field. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, Onside Gaming just a little bit too strong. I mean, these are two of the best players in the world as well. It's pretty hard to overcome those mechanics, regardless of whether it's a 2v2 or not.
Yeah, exactly. It was a bit of a mountain to climb going up against Mara and Solar, but alas, they do come out on top. And yeah, special shout out to both Vindicta and Dolan. I know it is not a friendly time in North America right now, and they did wake up very early for this. Yeah, much love to them for participating here. Unfortunately, that marks the end of their run in this 2v2 tournament. And both Maru and Solar move on to face Cyril and Time.
Yeah, there we go. But speaking of Team GP maneuvers, look who we got next.
Oh, we got the boys themselves. Team GP is going to be going up against Storm Gaming.